Well, good evening once again, and welcome to Richmond Girls Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports. We're at the Tierney Center for this non-conference matchup as the Red Devils come into tonight's game at 1-2. The Newcastle Trojans coming in at 1-3. Welcome to the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. I'm Troy Darengowski. The Red Devils coming off losses to Anderson and East Central, hoping to rebound tonight in this non-conference matchup against a former NCC rival in the Newcastle Trojans, who again come in at 1-3, but one of their losses was an overtime game to Pendleton Heights. They also lost a close one to Westfield, but they had a nice win on the road at Rushville earlier this year. So kind of a team that's been a little bit up and down so far this season. We will be scouting the Trojans coming up a little bit later as well. When we do return, we're going to hear from head coach Casey Polans, get his thoughts on his team and where they're at right now. A very short preparation period for tonight's game. They had yesterday to get ready for Newcastle. They do play again later this week on Saturday against Logansport, but only one day getting ready for the Trojans, and that was yesterday, and a little bit of a walk-around before today's game. So the Red Devils will have to play well here tonight, as they generally do against the Newcastle Trojans. We will come back in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Casey, tonight you play a Newcastle basketball team. We'll get to them in a couple of moments. Talk a little bit about this past week as you look back at the first game against Anderson. I know you didn't play as well as you'd hope, but you really did play much better in the second game.
Yeah, well, we felt like, the effort was good against Anderson, just the mentality wasn't very good. And then against East Central, the mentality was much better. We've got to be able to execute our stuff, though, and we did a better job, but we still had a gap occur. We talked about that one series where we could have made it 3, and then 2 possessions later it's 9. Those are focused things, and that's where it kind of sucks as a coach playing so many games right in a row. The kids love it. Yeah. Players love it. Coaches, I want time to work on that. I want to be able to show them film, talk through it, spend 3 or 4 days on it, and we haven't really had that opportunity yet. But the kids like it, and if they're happy and they play hard, we'll deal with it.
You know what I was impressed about? It was a 24-hour period in which you turned that thing around a little bit, and you're right in a ball game with a very, very good East Central team.
Yeah, and we felt like, for the most part, we were with Anderson, too. We were just so sped up and so sloppy. But, yeah, I feel like we can be pretty good, and I hate to say that right now. I don't want to jinx us. You never know. But I feel like we have the things we need. It's just, do we have the mental toughness? Can we not give in to our impulses? Can we do those little maturity things and focus for 32 minutes? You've seen spurts where we do some really good things, and you've seen spurts where we do some really bad things, and it's kind of which one of those is going to win out and ultimately become us.
Do you think by the time, and again, maybe it'll happen tonight, when you mention that mental toughness, is that something you can see or envision this team being a mentally tough team?
Yeah, I think I can. To be honest, I'd like more practice to work on that, because there's situations we need to put them in, things that we need to teach them, things we've got to do to help them get more mentally tough. But you saw it grow. You saw it grow from Friday to Saturday. Yeah. There was a letdown, and again, 24-hour period, all we had was an hour walkthrough. But they were mentally more sharp. They were more engaged. They were better for longer. And that's the key, is we just got to keep getting better for longer periods of time, and eventually we'll string together 32 minutes of basketball, and then we'll do it again and again and again, and we'll be a pretty solid team.
I would imagine that East Central must have seen the film from your previous game against Anderson, because I thought they tried to speed you up a little bit too. Yeah,
one of their assistants was here Friday night watching, and they came in with that game plan, and it's been no secret the last couple of years that's been our Achilles heel, that if we get sped up, we'll make some mistakes and allow other teams to get some easy buckets. And so, I imagine you'll see Newcastle try to do the same thing tonight too. They're going to try to pressure us, even if it's not full court, up into the half court, and try to do some things to make us uncomfortable and try to keep us in that 30 to 40 turnover range.
Coach, Braxton Hurley, I think, has been very consistent over your first two games. You can kind of tell when she's healthy. I mean, you talk about not just in the scoring department, but defensively, getting a lot of deflections. She's just a different player.
Yeah, she's in such a better spot this year than she was last year with her health. Knock on wood that it stays that way. But she gives us a certain energy and aggression, and she's more comfortable playing because she's healthy.
Yeah. Coach, Lauderdale, I know you want to see her get going again and be that other scorer that you really need, and she doesn't seem like she's quite comfortable right now. Talk a little bit about her game in the first two and kind of what you expect from her tonight.
Well, I think she's just trying to do too much. I think she's trying too hard because it's her senior year, and she's not just relaxing and letting the game come to her. At the end of last year, she went through some issues, and she came back a lot stronger. She was a lot more focused. She was a lot calmer. She wasn't forcing things. And I feel like right now she's trying too hard. And so that's a conversation we've had with her, and we'll keep having with her. Just relax. She's a talented basketball player. She just needs to let the game come to her, and good things will happen for her.
Coach, you mentioned trying to find a little more bench strength, that maybe your depth isn't quite where you want it to be. Talk a little bit about that area, and where do you see that coming from? Well,
we've talked to some kids that we feel like are good enough, and we're good enough in the summer, and just for whatever reason mentally haven't stepped up yet. And it's got to come from what we have. We've only got 16 kids in the program, but we've got 3 or 4. Kelsey Mullins just hasn't seen many balls go down for her. Molly Morgan kind of in the same way. Asia Orr's a freshman, has some talent, but she's feeling out what varsity basketball is. But we need one of them. Maybe it's a Kinsey Work moving up from the JV. We need one of them to step up and to start playing like the players we know that they are.
Coach, Newcastle, boy, they've had some success over in fact, for it seems like ever. A little bit down maybe this year when you look at some of their numbers. They beat it's still a good Rushville basketball team. What do you see in them that's kind of puzzling right now?
Well, it doesn't puzzle me. Cameron Tabor is very, very, very good. They've had a coaching change, and so with that, there's a transition of philosophy, of culture, of execution. They'll be fine. She's very, very, very talented. She reminds me of a little bit taller Mackenzie Taylor, and that's pretty high praise for me because there's not many people I'll compare to that kid. Shooting it really, really well. I think she's 8 of 15 from 3 right now. And then they're just trying to find some pieces around her. They graduated a lot 2 years ago. They won a sectional last year and graduated a lot. So they're on the verge. He'll get them rolling soon. They played some really good people early. So I think it's just kind of the transition phase that they're in, just going to a new coach and new philosophy and trying to get everybody on the same page.
Is your thought process tonight is to just try to limit her as much as you can and then really just play man-to-man against the others? What will you do against her?
We'll do a lot of different stuff. We want to limit her, but she's also one of those kids that limiting her means 18 to 20. Yeah. And if we can do that, then I'll be happy. we definitely want to try to make some of the other 4 on the floor beat us. But at the same hand, a player like that's going to get some of hers. So you just try to limit the damage and make sure that, they get no shots or one shot. Our rebound has got to improve. We can't turn the ball over. This isn't a group that we want to give a whole bunch of extra opportunities to, and let them get their confidence and get going. 5 is a good shooter. 24 can knock it down when she gets rolling. So, we want to limit their opportunities and make sure that we make life difficult on them. Anything they get, they need to have earned.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thanks, man.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hey, we're back at the Tiernan Center right here on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Let's go ahead and scout this Newcastle team. Again, they come in at 1-3. Brand new head coach Brandon Bradley got their, in fact, they've had a tough early schedule. You played Warren Central, lost that one 52-37. You go to Rushville, you beat them on their home floor 52-47. You play a good Pendleton Heights team, lose that one in overtime 50-49, and then lose to Westfield 48-35. Last year, they knocked off the Red Devils 53-34. The last time the Red Devils won was back in the 2014-15 sectional, in which the Red Devils won 71-54. The player to watch tonight, Coach talked about her, number 20, Cameron Tabor. Tabor, 23.5 points per game, 6.8 rebounds, averaging 3 assists, almost 3 steals, 1.5 blocks per game. She shoots at 58% and is at a 53% clip from three-point range. She is undoubtedly almost, you would consider, a one-man wrecking crew. But let's go ahead and take a look at the tail of the tape here tonight, brought to you by Mancino's. When you look at the two teams, there's not a lot of scoring right there. The points per game, you see Newcastle at 43.3, the Red Devils at 46. The field goal percentage, that's a concern right now for the Red Devils, shooting only 34% coming into this one. As you see there, Newcastle a little bit better, in fact, a lot better, 8 percentage points better at 42%. Rebounding to be a key. The Red Devils didn't rebound very well against Anderson. They did much better against the Bigs against East Central. But again, the Red Devils down in that department as well. And then you look at the turnovers. The Red Devils turned the ball over 34 times against Anderson. They cut that number down considerably against East Central, in which they turned the basketball over just 20 times. That's a whole lot more manageable than 34. But again, both teams want to cut down on the turnovers tonight. We go with the Red Devils at 22 and Newcastle turning the ball over at 18. The tail of the tape brought to you by Mancino's. When we come back, we will talk a little bit about what to expect. In fact, we may change gears a little bit, kind of played by ear on when they'll be ready to do the national anthem and stuff. We get a chance. We'll check out the NCC standings coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is the pregame show, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Back at the Tiernan Center, here's how the Lady Trojans will be lining up tonight. Chloe York, a 5'2 sophomore wearing number 3, gets the start. Alyssa Semler's a 5'4 junior number 5. Cameron Tabor, a 5'9 junior number 20. Michaela Huckabee is a 5'8 senior number 32. Megan Mills, a 5'10 sophomore wearing number 33. So it'll be York, Semler, Tabor, Huckabee, and Mills tonight for the Trojans. For the Red Devils tonight, Braxton Hurley, a 5'7 senior number 5. will start along with Kiara Wright, a 5'9 junior, number 12. KK Lauderdale's a 5'7 senior, number 13. Zoe Woolridge is a 5'8 junior, number 21. And Anna Creech is a 5'8 junior, number 42. So again, for the Red Devils here tonight, it'll be Hurley, Stevens, Wright, Lauderdale, or take that back, Hurley, Wright, Lauderdale, Woolridge, and Creech. And we are ready to get this one underway here tonight. Red Devils in their home whites. And the Red Devils about set to play their fourth game of this high school basketball season. Richmond making one change. They will say that Alea Allen, a freshman, getting the start, number 24. Instead, let's see, they'll pick not to start tonight. Looks like it will not be Zoe Woolridge getting the start for the Red Devils. Here is Creech in the lane. Short jumper is good, and the Red Devils get off to a good start, leading this one 2-0. Keep an eye again on number 20. That is Tabor. As the Trojans work the basketball inside, there's a turnover. Richmond back the other way. So a first turnover of the ball game goes to the Trojans. By the way, Creech, a player the Red Devils are hoping they can get her more involved, but then Richmond comes back. They turn the ball over, and the bucket good by Semler. And we are tied now at 2 apiece. So Semler getting on the board. Creech on the board for Richmond. And the Red Devils work it inside. Right, basket good, and she's fouled by York. York will pick up the foul. And Wright gets her first basket of the night, and the Red Devils now lead this one 4-2. Free throw is good. Richmond now leading it by 3. Just underway here at the Tiernan Center. Richmond and Newcastle. Semler at the point. Red Devils will play zone. They generally have played zone a lot this year. There's another turnover by Newcastle, and then Richmond gives it back. A travel on Allen. Get a chance, we'll check out what else is happening in the NCC. We'd mentioned that in the pregame a couple of moments ago. There are 3 other games in the North Central Conference coming up tonight. Trojan basketball, that's Tabor. Skip pass will find Semler. Mills on the baseline to Huckabee. The quick kick out and around the perimeter to York. York, pull-up jumper is off the back of the rim. Rebound by Mills. Trojans will keep it. 6:18 remaining. Ball loose on the floor. It is a jump ball. It'll stay with Newcastle, but they'll get charged with a turnover as the possession arrow will go to the Trojans. Inbound from the baseline. Here's Mills. Not a lot of size on the floor either way. Mills at about 5'10". Richmond's tallest player is Alea Allen at 5'10". Newcastle not quite the outside scoring threat from a three-point perspective as they had been in previous years. Good look at York, almost traveled with it, and then near steal by Wright, pass intended for Tabor. The Red Devils really keeping an eye on Tabor. Tabor, as we mentioned, averaging almost 24 points per game, and the one thing they don't want to do is have her really go off on Richmond here tonight. 5:40 to go. York will bounce now to Tabor. Tabor traveled with it, and there's the 4th turnover already on the Trojans. So Richmond basketball. Here's a nice give and go down the lane, bucket good by Hurley, and Newcastle needs a timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 7, Newcastle 2. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Well, the Red Devils off to a good start, leading this one 7-2. Newcastle needed to get that quick timeout. And now Richmond back in that zone. They're playing at the top heavy. Here's a baseline jumper, no good by Mills. Rebound by Wright. It'll be Red Devil basketball. Boy, Richmond off to a much better start tonight than they have in their last two games. Here is Lauderdale on the drive. Can't get the shot to fall. Right with another rebound. He'll kick it back out to Lauderdale. Feeds inside to Creech. Creech left it short. Boy, she pinned her man off perfectly, but then the ball goes out of bounds and back over to the Trojans. Heaven Stevens will come in. Allen comes out. .449 remaining. Tabor on the elbow. Entry pass will find Huckabee, who turns it over. That's turnover number 5 now on the Trojans. Here is the drive, the kick, the short jumper, good by Creech. Give the assist to Hurley. And the Red Devils lead it 9-2. 4:22 remaining. There's another turnover by Newcastle. They have not handled this half-court defense by Richmond at all here in the first quarter. Hurley on the drive will feed it off now to Wright down the lane. Lost it, regains possession, gets bumped, shot no good. A lot of contact and no whistle. Back the other way. Sembler with the ball, entry pass, and another steal. And then a foul call against Tabor. 7 turnovers by the Trojans here in this opening quarter. Tabor picks up her first, team foul number 2. The Red Devils will bring Mullins in. Zoe Woolridge in. We mentioned Heaven Stevens into the ball game. So Richmond basketball leading it 9-2 in the quarter. Here's Creech. She's an outside scoring threat, so the Trojans will cover her up. Nice move. Another up and under. Will give it back now to Creech. Will kick it now to Mullins. Mullins backs it off with the right hand. Now we'll find Hurley. Hurley, lob pass inside for Creech. Creech has it blocked. Graham on the block. In the ball game, Haley Graham. And it'll be Newcastle basketball. Here's Tabor. Tabor goes underneath the defender, missed the shot, and a foul will be called on Graham. Graham will pick up her first, and so far, Cameron Tabor, who's averaging nearly 24 per game, has not been a factor here in the first almost, 5 minutes of this opening quarter. Creech is out, and Allen back in for the Red Devils. So far, Newcastle only averages about 43 per game. There's a steal. Red Devils with a turnover, and the layup good by Mills. And that's one way the Trojans can get back into it, is that ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Red Devils. Hurley coming out. Lauderdale back in now for Richmond. 3:01 remaining in this quarter. So now Lauderdale will be at the point. Lauderdale averaging 9 points per game will now work it to the right wing, drives to the baseline, and then stepped out of bounds. Just the second turnover unofficially on Richmond. So it'll be Trojan basketball, and Chloe York will be at the point now for the Trojans. Tabor working on that high post, being fronted there by Lauderdale. Entry pass, Tabor. Tabor drives, and a foul call. It'll be against the freshman Allen. That gives you a pretty good idea of what Tabor is capable of doing when the ball is in her hands, and she'll go to the line for 2. Red Devils pick up just their first foul at 2:36 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Figure Tabor, a type of player, is not going to be held in check when you look at her numbers for very long, so you really got to take what you can get. Second free throw is good. It's down now to a 3-point lead, and the official calls a foul on Richmond. They got Heaven Stevens, I believe, and they're going to say that she reached back and grabbed a Newcastle player on that rebound, or I should say on the missed shot, or on the free throw. I'm not sure where they're going to say that was at. So it will be an inbound, so not only do you get the foul, but now the Trojans will get the basketball. Entry pass off the inbound. Missed on the shot, Mills, and then Mills lost it, and there's a foul on the baseline called on Graham. That'll be her second. Team foul number 4 now on Newcastle. 2:31 remaining. Trojans stay man-to-man. Tabor all over Woolridge, and then Tabor got picked. Here's Woolridge down the lane. Scoop shot rolls off the iron, no good. And the Trojans with a rebound as Darren Hackbarth is coming to the lineup, and there's a travel on Hackbarth. 8 turnovers now by Newcastle. Darian Hackbarth, a 5'6" junior, now guarding Lauderdale. Lauderdale will find Allen. Allen looks for the crossover. Back again to Lauderdale. The three-pointer in the way and rims in and out. The Red Devils stay cold now in this opening quarter after getting off to a good start. 1:53 to go. Tabor fires from 3, missed it. Rebound by Woolridge. So Tabor held to just 2 free throws in the opening quarter. That pass intended for Allen. Turnover Richmond, that's her third. And here come the Trojans again. Here's Tabor. On the wing to Graham. Shot missed. Rebound Mullins for Richmond. Nice lead pass intended for Allen, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 4 now on Richmond. Right back in. Also back in for the Red Devils will be Creech and Hurley. For the final 1:20 to go. Of course, Richmond has liberally substituted players, and that's been kind of the mantra for Coach Casey Polans, keeping fresh bodies in the lineup, and the ball goes out of bounds. Another turnover. 9 turnovers now by Brandon Bradley and the Trojans. We mentioned they come in averaging 18 turnovers, and they're going to be close to the halfway point, in fact, are right now, of their turnover margin for an entire game. Creech between the circles. Looking left, now we'll go right to Hurley. Hurley with a left-hand drive, lost it off her foot. Richmond's 5th turnover. Back the other way, here's the drive by York. Can't get the layup to go, and Creech had the rebound, but it was taken away by Mills. The drive by Tabor. Tabor tried to feed it off on her right. Ball was tipped, another turnover. 10 turnovers now by the Trojans. 26 seconds to go. Lauderdale driving, left it way short. Rebound by Hackbarth. Hackbarth will bring it across the timeline. Feeds off now to York, and her three-pointer's no good. Another offensive rebound by Mills, and the kick out. Hackbarth for 3. That one's no good. And yet another board by Mills. 3 seconds to go. Hackbarth, and will not get a shot off, and that's going to do it. For the opening period, Richmond got off to a great start, but then cooled off after that. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond 9, Newcastle 6. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am. Mr. Positive, and I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube, fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Well, a low-scoring opening period of play, 9-6. We head now to quarter number 2. And the official stops play right away, and I don't know if they bring Hackbarth back out off the floor and will bring York back in. Richmond led by Creech, 4 points. Apparently Hackbarth must be shaken up. They're going to check her out. Trainer heading down that way, so the injury brings her out. York quickly back in. Now, neither one of these two teams really all that deep. Newcastle may be a little less deep than the Red Devils. Here's Creech trying to size up her defender. Creech now puts it on the floor, feeds down the lane. Wright missed another easy shot. Wright's got to finish those around the basket. Tabor will push it the other way. Trojans reset it again. There's a double dribble, no whistle. This will be York. Semler with the basketball, re-entering the lineup for the Trojans. Ball tipped again. We talked about in the pregame the quick hands of Braxton Hurley. We saw it right there. Nice power move. And now the shot off the glass missed way short by Huckabee. Boy, another opportunity the other way. So both teams missing shots right next to the rim. And we'll go back now to Richmond. At the elbow is Creech. Creech again can and has shot it from that range. So Trojans know they need to come out and cover her up. Here's Hurley between the circles. Hurley 2 points. Allen bounced past to Creech. Creech, nice up and under, and missed another one. Allen with a rebound will go to the line. That was a heck of an up and under and step through there by Anna Creech, but didn't finish. Foul's going to be called on Tabor. That's going to be number 2. And at the line, Leah Allen. And the free throw by the freshman is good. She's averaging nearly 5 points per game. And will give Richmond now a 4-point lead. Second free throw by Allen. She now has 2. And it's now 11-6. Richmond back up by 5. 6:35 to go in period number 2. Skip pass to York. Richmond's zone defense really giving the Trojans all kinds of problems here in this opening half. Semler back to York. Tabor's on the near side right there at the bottom of your screen. There's a 3 on the way, missed by Semler. Ball loose in the lane, finally picked up by Hurley. And still Newcastle can't find their mark offensively. Hurley will find Woolridge. Creech, top of the key, looks right, goes left back to Hurley on the wing. Hurley, skip pass to Allen. Allen, jab step, back out now to Lauderdale. We may see a game in the 30s the way we're going right now. Lauderdale lost the basketball, dives, picks it up, and then throws it away. Richmond's 6th turnover. Here's Tabor. Tabor on the drive against Creech, got bumped and still able to score. Tabor's first basket of the day. And Richmond's lead now at 3, and that'll be a foul on Tabor. How about that? That is her 3rd, and she's going to have to come out of the lineup. This is a big break for Richmond right here. Hackbarth will come in for Newcastle. And the Trojans, I believe, are going to get another timeout. So they have now used their second timeout. We will take a break as well. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils lead it by 3.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Richmond girls basketball brought to you by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Wednesday, the turkey breast, Thursday, the Italian B&T, and Friday, the tuna. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Low-scoring game to this point on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 11-8. Boy, the way Richmond got out in the gate in this one, I thought maybe they're going to blow this thing wide open, but Newcastle still hanging in. But the big news right now is Cameron Tabor, averaging 24 per game, has picked up 3 first-half fouls, and she'll be sitting for the rest of this first half. So will Richmond be able to take advantage of it? Hurley with the left-hand dribble, feeds inside to Allen. What a great pass by Hurley. Boy, great vision there by Braxton Hurley. When she is healthy, she is a very, very good point guard, and defensively, she gets a lot of deflections. Newcastle again struggling. There's Hurley. 11 turnovers unofficially now by the Trojans. Richmond basketball as Hurley slows it up across the timeline. Richmond up by 5. Richmond doesn't care if they score 19 points as long as they win. Hurley again off the screen, drives inside, off-balance shot missed. Hackbarth with a rebound. And the Trojans playing without their leading scorer, and they really struggle when Tabor's not in the lineup. You think that they average 43. She averages 24 by herself. Trojans kick it now to York. York, the little floater blocked by Allen. Ball loose on the baseline. It's picked up and shot by Graham. She can't get it to go. Hackbarth with the offensive rebound. Another block inside, this time by Woolridge. Trojans will keep it. Drive baseline. Graham inside Hackbarth. Her shot no good. Another offensive rebound put back. This time sneaking in there was Huckabee. Boy, Richmond's got to rebound the basketball. Stevens will kick it out to Woolridge, and she'll travel with it. The 7th turnover by Richmond. Megan Mills will come back in as Haley Graham will sit down for Newcastle. 3:50 to go here in period number 2. And Richmond continues to lead it by 3. Can they get some cushion here without Tabor in the lineup? Here's a 3 on the way. That one rims in and out by Semler. And then a steal. Richmond turns it over again, and Newcastle gives it right back. 8 turnovers by Richmond, 12 by Newcastle. A drive and a foul on the floor. Maybe Chloe York. It will be the 7th team foul. And we'll go to the line now as Braxton Hurley will step to the line for the 1 and bonus. The foul was on York. That's going to be her 2nd, and now the Trojans have a couple of players. In fact, Graham has 2, Tabor 3, and York has 2. And here's Braxton Hurley. Hurley's averaging 12 points per game. Now has 3. Of course, that beautiful pass she made just a couple of minutes ago was about as good as you can get as Allen scored her first basket of the night. And the Red Devils will now lead it by 5. I think Hurley's playing with some confidence that we haven't seen in a while because of that shoulder injury she suffered last year, but is healthy coming into this season. Trojans down by 5 with the basketball. Semler loses it. Ball still loose, and it will be Trojan basketball. No turnover there as York able to pick it up. Semler once again. The Red Devils extending that zone defense. Hurley again really causing a lot of problems out front. She is one of those players that will get a whole lot of deflections in a basketball game. Here's York, and another travel. This time Semler tried to put it on the floor and turns it over for the 13th time. Head coach Brandon Bradley probably wondering what in the world is going on here in the first half. As again, 13 turnovers, only 10 points for the Trojans. Richmond again with the basketball. Trojans stay man-to-man. You get a look there at Braxton Hurley. Hurley gets the screen from Allen. Hurley has it stolen away. Nice steal. Stopping, and then Hurley gets the block shot against Semler. Here's Hurley. Lead pass to Woolridge. Layup good. Red Devils now lead it by 7. That was a nice steal by Semler, but couldn't finish at the other end as Hurley hustled back and got the block. And Hurley again dropping down on that zone right where she needed to be, and the pass was intended for Hackbarth. Creech will come in. Allen coming out. The freshman played well. Also, Hurley's going to get a break right here, and Lauderdale back in. 2:08 to go before halftime. Red Devils again lead it by 7. In the corner off the inbound. Semler for 3, no good. Rebound Woolridge. Near steal there by York. Almost picked up number 3. Here's Lauderdale. Lauderdale drives. A lot of contact. No whistle. Creech will be in there to clean it up. And Creech gets her third basket, has 6. Officials let him play through it. A lot of contact. 19-10. Richmond with their biggest lead down the first half. And we've got a whistle and a foul called on Richmond. Only the third team foul. Maybe Lauderdale. Nope, it's... Oh, wait a minute. Stevens back in. Waiting to see who that foul was called on as Braxton Hurley comes in. Stevens in as well. Newcastle basketball. Near steal, Lauderdale, and it goes over the outstretched arms of York. And how about this? The unofficially 14th turnover into the ball game. Gabby Williams, a 5'5 senior, now for Newcastle, as they do not have an answer, as Megan Mills, the sophomore, coming out. 1:30 to go. Richmond trying to get into a double-digit lead here in the first half. Hurley off the screen, drives, bucket good, and she's fouled. Everything going right for Richmond now that Tabor has come out of the ball game because of her foul trouble. And now Hurley looks to complete the three-point plays. We'll see Graham come back in. Huckabee coming out of the lineup. It was Huckabee who picked up the foul. 6 points now by Hurley. And the free throw short. Long rebound by Semler. And now the Trojans with a minute 17 with the basketball. They have not scored in a long time as that's kicked out of bounds by Lauderdale. In fact, I don't think they've scored since Tabor went out with their third foul. They just don't have a whole lot of offense on the floor when Tabor's not in there. Here's Semler. Will find Hackbarth for 3, and I say that, and then a big 3 by Hackbarth. And boy, did they need that. That's her first basket. And a much-needed basket will cut that deficit to 8 now for the Trojans, under a minute to go. Here's Hurley. Off the right wing, crossover to the right hand, drives and can't get the shot to go. The Red Devils miss another easy one. Here's Hackbarth. Hackbarth will drive, pulls up off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, it goes out of bounds, and they'll say Richmond was the last to touch it. The closest may have been Heaven Stevens. 37.8 remaining here in the first half. Hackbarth will try to get rid of it, turns it over. Trying to go back to the inbounder who was stepping in, that was Graham. And now the Red Devils have a chance for the final shot of a low-scoring first half of play. Hurley's going to take it herself, drives the floater, no good. Hurley gets the offensive rebound, back to Lauderdale for three, good. Lauderdale gets her first basket. Good job again by Braxton Hurley. Richmond by 11. Newcastle, will they get a shot off? There's Hurley with a steal. Hurley has plenty of time. Hurley all by herself, layup good. And what a finish for the Red Devils in the first half. We have made it to halftime. Richmond forcing 16 Newcastle turnovers, and Richmond a commanding 26-13 lead here at halftime. We will come back with a halftime report in a moment. This is Richmond Girls Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last two cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
We're back at the Tiernan Center in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond on top of this one, 26-13. A reminder, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. His motto is, I grill while you chill. Catering for all events or occasions, personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carry out and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. Well, here are the numbers in the first half. Newcastle, their biggest threat, Cameron Tabor, again at 23.5 points per game, only 4 points in the first half. Got into some serious foul trouble in that second quarter. Had to sit for the majority of that second period, and that's where the Red Devils, it didn't look like they were going to at first, but they eventually did really pad that lead and got it up to 13. But Cameron Tabor still leading Newcastle in scoring with 4. 3 points by Hackbarth, 2 points by Semler, 2 by Mills, and 2 by Huckabee, rounding out their 13 in the first half of play. For the Red Devils, Braxton Hurley with 8, 6 points by Anna Creech, Alea Allen with 4, 3 points by Lauderdale, 3 by Wright, and 2 by Woolridge. But overall, it's probably been the play tonight of Braxton Hurley on both ends of the floor. She had one very nice pass to Allen that Allen scored in that first half. Maybe the best pass you're going to see in a long time. But the Red Devils, again, with a halftime lead, 26-13. One other key is the Red Devils have forced the Trojans into 16 turnovers in the first half of play. By the way, the Richmond Junior Varsity winning earlier tonight. They beat Newcastle 35-33. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Second half is coming up in a couple of moments. Richmond on top of this one in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 26-13.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
We're back at the Tiernan Center, ready for the third quarter as Richmond trying to pick up their second win of the season as the Newcastle Trojans in town here tonight, trying to avoid their record falling to 1-4. But a great first half for Richmond, especially they outscored the Trojans 17-7 in that second quarter alone. So now we'll see what the Trojans will do as Tabor again, I'm sure, will be back in the lineup. Picked up the 3 fouls in the first half. And if Trojans are going to win tonight, they've got to find a way to get her going here this evening and see what adjustments will be made on both sides of the basketball. So now it'll be Trojan ball to open up this third quarter. Richmond back here on Saturday when they'll take on Logansport. Trojan basketball, they immediately get it inside to Tabor and they score. So that's the plan. Get Tabor involved as quickly as you possibly can. And Tabor picks up her second basket, 6 points now for Tabor. Creech will find Lauderdale. Backdoor cut, Allen. Layup no good. Rebound, Creech, put back, count it. And that's what you need out of Creech is the rebounding inside. And the Red Devils now lead it by 13 once again. If you're the Trojans, you have to take it just a little bit at a time and try to weed that thing down. Here's Tabor, stolen away. Nice steal by Lauderdale. Lauderdale back the other way, basket good. Lauderdale now with 5, and the Red Devils have opened up a 15-point lead here in the third quarter. This is a much different team, and there's almost another turnover as York nearly just gave it away, and coming out of the lineup as Huckabee only played about 1 minute and 3 seconds in the third. She comes out. Haley Graham is in. This is a much different basketball team we're seeing here tonight than what we saw against both East Central and Anderson. Still 9 turnovers, one thing they'd like to maybe cut down on. Here's Tabor, the kick out, shot fake by Graham. Now we'll find Semler, who left that short on the shot from 3, and Richmond will get it back. Almost as good as a turnover there for Richmond. Allen off the left wing. Allen puts it on the floor, then falls down and travels with it. Casey Polans thought she got tripped up. The official apparently felt that she tripped on her own 2 feet. So the Red Devils turn it over again for the 10th time. Well, it's been this defense, too, for Richmond. This zone has given the Trojans all kinds of fits. Baseline shot, no good. That was Mills who was unable to connect on the shot. Here come the Red Devils. Here's Hurley. We'll find Creech. Baseline shot, good again. Creech in double figures now with 10. The Red Devils lead by 17. Tabor drawing the double team. Skip pass will find Semler. Semler trying to find room to penetrate. Will kick it outside to York. Well, this is I should say a Newcastle team that beat Rushville, who the Red Devils will see this season. Nice pass underneath. Basket is good. Basket good by Mills. Mills will go to the line now for a free throw, and we have a timeout again by Newcastle. They only had 2 remaining, and on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond on top of this one, 32-17.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
You know, we'd mentioned there are other games tonight in the North Central Conference. Tech is playing at Pike. Logansport is at Tippecanoe Valley. And Marion is at Madison Grant in the TEC tonight. Knightstown is at Daleville. Try at Hagerstown. And Union County is at Northeastern. Also in the MEC, Eastern Hancock is at Union. Monroe Central at Westdale. Randolph Southern plays at Greenfield Central. Shenandoah is at Blue River. So those are the games around the area tonight, and we'll try to check out the latest high school basketball poll if we get a chance as well. And of course, we'll have all the scores bright and early tomorrow morning on the sports page, Radio Troy Digital Sports. So here is Mills to try to complete the three-point play. And does. Mills now with 5, and the Red Devils continue to lead it 32-18. Hurley slowly bringing the ball across the timeline as Lauderdale on the high post. Back to Hurley. Here's Allen. Tried to swing it in the corner. Tabor with a steal. Red Devils with their 11th turnover. Tabor got away with a push-off. Pull-up jumper good. And again, you don't want Tabor to get going. And the lead down to 12. Little zone trap, a 1-3-1 zone trap put together now by the Trojans. Allen out to Lauderdale. Lauderdale, one dribble will find Hurley. There's Lauderdale once again. Hurley and Lauderdale playing a little catch out front. Creech will set the screen, but that was bypassed by Hurley and a foul call. And they're going to get Mills on her first. So Brandon Bradley trying to change things up defensively as he continues trying to get the Trojans back into this thing. Allen is out, so the Red Devils go with a little more experience right here as Woolridge is back in. Lauderdale will go to Woolridge in the corner. Back again to Hurley's. Richmond spreads the floor. Here is Lauderdale for 3 off the glass. And Lauderdale with a 3-point bucket. Her second, she has 8. And again, Richmond, good balance scoring here tonight. Back to a 15-point lead for Richmond. 4:20 remaining in the third. This is York. Richmond keeping an eye on Tabor, running that baseline. Entry pass will find Graham. Quick swing to the near side, Semler. Ball loose. Trojans will keep it. Here's Tabor. Boy, Tabor right now, the only scoring threat they have other than what you saw Mills do a couple of moments ago. That shot in the corner's no good. As missing the bucket was Graham, and we have a jump ball call. As Semler sneaks in and ties things up against Anna Creech. Richmond will lose the possession arrow. Wright is out. We'll see Heaven Stevens come back in now for the Red Devils. This will give them one extra ball handler against this zone trap. 3:40 to go. Lob pass, and boy, you got to be careful with it. Tabor's up front. Nope, that's going to be stolen away by Mills, and then Mills went over and back. Newcastle crowd didn't like that call at all. So Richmond turned it over. That's their 13th. 18 turnovers now by Newcastle. They have Mills at the top of that zone trap, and it's causing the Red Devils some problems, and we have a traveling call against Newcastle. Richmond gets a turnover, and Newcastle gets a turnover. .324 remaining. Two officials now getting together. Not sure what they were talking about, and they apparently got their issues resolved. Here's Lauderdale. Fires again. This time can't get the roll, and a foul called against Woolridge. One thing I forgot to change right there is we are in the third quarter. 3:16 to go. This is York. Again, Tabor, 4 points in the quarter, only 8 overall, though. She can get going at any time, and that's what the Trojans are trying to do, is get her involved in this offense, but the zone has worked well for Richmond. Another knockaway inside. 20 turnovers now by the Trojans. They cannot find an answer to that zone. And Richmond tried to force it inside to Heaven Stevens, knocked out of bounds. Mullins back in. We'll see Hackbarth come back in for Newcastle. By the way, the Trojans only 2 timeouts remaining. Richmond has all 5 of theirs. Richmond still holding on to a 15-point lead. Nice pass inside. Creech once again. Off the inbound, has 12. Nice inbound play for Richmond. 12 by Creech. Now the leading scorer. Hackbarth will give it off now to Tabor. Tabor will have a white jersey around her everywhere she goes. They'll force it inside Hackbarth, and a foul called against Creech, only her first. By the way, the new polls out. Carmel #1 in 4A, Pike North Central, Hamilton Southeastern, and Zionsville. In 3A, Northwestern, West Lafayette, Fort Wayne, Concordia, Tippecanoe Valley, and Greensburg are your top 5. Hackbarth, this will be a 2-point shot. Might have been partially blocked, though, by Lauderdale. And we have a foul on the Trojans. They'll get Mills for number 2. Oak Hill is number 1 in 2A, followed by Eastern Pekin as Richmond almost turned that one over. Lauderdale stripped out of her hands. Richmond with their 15th turnover. Here is Tabor driving, draws the foul. We'll go to the line. Oak Hill, Eastern Pekin, Monroe Central, Triton Central, and South Ripley in 2A, and then a tie for first place in single A between Indianapolis Tinley and Michigan City Marquette, Vincennes Reveille, Jacksonville, and South Central. Free throw good by Tabor. And the Red Devil lead now at 16. Allen back in. Creech will sit down with those 2 fouls. Creech, 12 points. Lauderdale has 8. Creech, and there's a miss and a rebound put back good by Mills. Richmond made a mistake not rebounding off the missed free throw. And there's another turnover by the Red Devils. Back the other way. The layup is going to be missed, though, by Graham. Saved from going out of bounds by Woolridge. It'll be Richmond basketball. So the Trojans missed a golden opportunity right there. We've seen a lot of missed easy shots by both teams. And then Richmond, another turnover. Got to hold on to the basketball. The drive and a foul called on the floor on Lauderdale. Now the Red Devils with 17 turnovers.
That's her first of the game. Will be 5th of the half.
I was mentioning Creech with 12. 8 points by Lauderdale, 8 by Hurley. There's a travel, no call. Here's Tabor for 3. Good. Now we see Tabor trying to heat up a little bit. The lead down to 11. The psychological part here is get it under 10 for the 4th quarter. And Richmond's going to get their first timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond on top of this one by 11. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Oh, good time out there by Casey Polens, trying to settle his team down a little bit as the lead has been cut down to 11. Red Devils not responding as well to this zone trap as Casey had hoped, and certainly when you look at the other side, Newcastle unable to respond very well to Richmond's zone, and the Richmond turnover again. There is number 18. Here's Tabor. Tabor down the lane, shot of the way, a lot of contact, no whistle, goes out of bounds, and Newcastle coaching staff, Coach Bradley, thought that ball was touched by Richmond. Or I should say, yeah, by the Red Devils, but now Richmond back battling against that zone trap. 41 seconds to go. Here's Creech, top of the key. Hurley, who has not scored in the second half, at 8 points at halftime. There's a nice pass inside. I'm not sure who it was intended for, but it was right with the basket. The Red Devils lead at 39-26. Well, 13-point lead. You can get it down to 10 right here with a three-pointer. There's a drive and a foul on Creech. She's going to pick up her third. And they're going to call that a shooting foul, so York will go to the line. Creech thought she was straight up and down. So here's York, has yet to score tonight. Free throws way off the mark. Tabor's going to sit down with 13.2. They'll make sure she doesn't pick up her fourth. Semler back in. Second free throw now by York. He is good. The Trojans back to within 12. Richmond, will see if they'll get one last shot right here. Creech sets the high screen, a blocking foul, and Hurley easily could have been called for the offensive foul right there, but Semler picks up her first. Team foul number 3 now on the Trojans. Hurley trying to get by the defender Mills. Hurley throws it up at the buzzer, and that will do it. We will head to the fourth on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond on top, 39-27. This is Richmond girls basketball in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
We are back at the Tiernan Center. Newcastle trying to claw their way back into this one, trail it by 12. And it will be Newcastle basketball to begin this fourth quarter. Richmond trying to even the record at 2-2. The Trojans trying to go a game under the 500 mark. Trojans again against the zone. Skip pass will find York. Tabor running the baseline. Tabor now will take one dribble. Feeds underneath. It is Hackbarth, and Hackbarth unable to control that one clean. Almost stolen away again. Here's a baseline short jumper. Good by Huckabee. And the lead down to 10 now for the Red Devils. Zone trap again. This is giving the Red Devils some problems. And Hurley drives down the lane and scores. And Hurley into double figures now, 41-29. That'll stop that real quick when you can bust the zone with your point guard taking it down the lane. And there's not much Tabor can do as she's trying to avoid fouling out of this one. Hackbarth on the sideline. Red Devils trapping right there. Here is Tabor once again. Nice crossover. But again, Richmond's defense with Mullins out front and Hurley there to stop her on the penetration. Semler. A lot of time coming off the clock. Skip pass, drive, shot good. There's Mills. Back to 10. 9 points by Mills. By the way, Hurley with 10, Creech with 12. Leading the Red Devils here tonight, and then it's thrown away. Boy, Richmond's really got to take care of the basketball better than that. Casey Polans thought that was tipped, but I didn't see anybody touch it. Red Devils now with 19 turnovers of their own. Hackbarth will come out of the lineup back in. So now you have Mills and Huckabee down in that low baseline. Tabor's off to the right. You see her just now coming into your screen, as Heaven Stevens will keep an eye on her down in that low block. And then Tabor steps out, fires the three, and hits it. And the net will get hung up, and now the lead down to 7. Lauderdale coming back in. 15 points by Tabor. Zoe Woolridge will step in as well, and coming in for Newcastle is Haley Graham. There you see Mills at the top of the zone, the 1-3-1. It has really slowed Richmond down a lot in the scoring department here in the second half. That is Woolridge. Nope, that's going to be right out front. The foul's going to be called on Mills. It'll be her third. So she has 3. Tabor, by the way, has played the entire second half with those 3 fouls, and she is still in the ball game. So she's done a very good job of staying out of foul trouble in the second half. Here's Lauderdale off the right wing and throws it away again. 20 turnovers now by Richmond. Stop. Fire, and hitting it will be Mills. And Richmond's turnovers have allowed the Trojans to get right back in it, only down by 5, and the Red Devils need another timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond's lead has been cut to 5. This is Richmond girls basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Tonight's game being brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, Richmond turning the ball over against that zone trap, and it has cost them a huge lead. It's down now to 5. Richmond getting another timeout, just trying to hold on now here in this fourth quarter. Boy, they want this thing to get away. There's another turnover, and back the other way. Layup's going to be missed, though, by Mills. And the Red Devils back the other way, and it is last touched by York. Richmond now with more turnovers than Newcastle. Again, this is unofficial, but I have the Red Devils for 21, Newcastle for 20. Lauderdale. Now to Hurley, back to Lauderdale. The three-pointer in the corner's no good. Rebound Wright. Wright puts it back up, missed another one inside, and I think they got Creech for number 4. 5:04 remaining, and that's a big foul on the Red Devils' leading scorer tonight in Anna Creech. So they'll have to go young as Allen is back in. And we will walk to the other end of the floor, and we're in the 1 and bonus now for Newcastle. And this will be York. York 1 for 2 from the line. A lot of time to be played in this one, and Newcastle's got to feel pretty good that they battled back to make this a ball game here in the second half. Back now to a 4-point lead for Richmond. Coach talked about the mental toughness of his basketball team, and they've not shown it here in the second half. Down to a 3-point lead, and just like that, it's a 1-possession ball game. This 1-3-1 is just not helped the Red Devils at all. And they're almost afraid to even shoot the basketball. Right from three, missed it. Rebound, Woolridge. The putback good. Woolridge, big bucket for the Red Devils. Boy, the Red Devils needed that. Back to a 5-point lead. Semler in the corner, now to Graham. Graham gets cut off by Woolridge, and then we have what? Foul on Richmond, I guess. I'm waiting for the official to... Nope, they're going to say it's on Newcastle. Wow. So Mills just picked up her fourth. So now it'll be Hurley with the basketball. Here is Wright, and then Wright throws it away. Nope, they're going to say it was last touch, though, by Mills. All the way back in the ball game now will be Hackbarth, who will be at the top of that zone. 4:10 to go. And they Hackbarth on the hand check. Sixth team foul now on Newcastle. Entry will find Woolridge. Bucket good. Another big basket by Woolridge. And the Red Devils back up by 7. 3:50 to go. Here's York. Hackbarth, entry pass. Tabor. Nope, that's going to be Graham. And now we have a jump ball. It'll be Richmond basketball. Turnover Trojans. And we're waiting now for Lauderdale to get back up. So she finally does, as we will see Creech back in for the Red Devils. Here's Creech back again to Hurley. Swings it to Lauderdale. And a foul call on the shot on York. And Lauderdale will go to the line. Red Devils have scored only 6 points here in the quarter. And short is Lauderdale. This is her first trip to the free throw line tonight. 3:32 to go. Red Devils will have one more home game on Saturday before they go on the road for their next 2. Second free throw, no good. Boy, those are 2 big free throws right there. Here's Tabor. Will Tabor now take over? Nice pass. Hackbarth, layup good. Heck of a pass by Tabor. And the Red Devil lead now down to 5. It was a 17-point lead at one point. And there's another turnover. Hackbarth with the steal. Hackbarth bouncing inside. Here is Graham. Blocked shot by Hurley. And we've got a whistle and a foul call as Wright went hard to the floor. And I think they got Hackbarth. Boy, both teams have really missed some opportunities here tonight. So here's Wright at the line. It's a 1 and bonus. Free throws on the way and good. Boy, they needed that one. Right now with 6. Red Devil lead is back to 6. 3:05 remaining. That one's short. Long rebound, battled for another jump ball, and it will be Newcastle basketball. Hackbarth, 2:56 to go. You're going to have to get Tabor involved right here. Red Devils trapped down in the corner. It'll be Semler, and a foul call. They may have gotten Hurley, but only her first. Back to the line. This will be Semler for the first time. And it's another one in bonus as Woolridge coming out. How about Woolridge? A couple of big buckets here in the fourth. Semler's first free throw is no good. Both teams missing some key free throws. As Creech able to come away with it. Woolridge, entry pass to Wright. Wright, got it. Woolridge and Wright both coming up with some big baskets now for the Red Devils. Back to an 8-point lead. Here's Tabor for three, no good. And somehow it gets into the arms of Hackbarth, and she lays it in. 48-42 and a foul call against the Trojans. Hackbarth will pick up number 3. Mills back in. Hackbarth will sit down, and here is Hurley at the line. It's still a 1 in bonus. 9 fouls on the Trojans, 8 by Richmond. And here is Hurley's free throw. There you go. Hurley now with 11. She averages 12. Second free throw is on the way. Count them both. And this time the Trojans will get a timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It's Richmond on top of this one. 50-42. This is Richmond girls basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Well, Richmond blew a huge lead in this one, and Newcastle, as you would expect, coming back here in the second half. It was the 1-3-1 zone trap that hurt the Red Devils, but Richmond right now surviving it with just over 2 minutes remaining. By the way, Newcastle, no timeouts remaining. At least I have them with no timeouts. Tabor drives baseline. They'll take that back. That's going to be Graham, who traveled with it. Boy, you got to get the ball to Tabor if you're Newcastle. That is now 22 turnovers on the Trojans. Red Devils, we mentioned, now with 21 turnovers, now make it 22 as well. Minute 50 to go, 8-point lead. Tabor with the basketball. And they can't be waiting too long and set up their offense, but they needed some quick scores. Baseline drive, pull-up shot, no good by Mills. Battle for the loose basketball, still loose. Picked up on the baseline by Graham, and will feed it back outside to York. A lot of time coming off the clock, down to minute 26. Here's York. Off the wing now to Semler. And stepping on the end, I should say on the sideline, Trojans turn it over. 23 now by the Trojans. That's a huge turnover with 1:15 remaining. Lauderdale back once again to Hurley. Want to keep it, in fact, get this 4 corners going right here. You don't need to score again. You don't even need to shoot it. Make them come foul you. And they'll have to chase a lot right here. And don't try to throw through hands either. And don't throw it away. That's an unforced error right there. 23 turnovers. And, well, apparently Newcastle did have another timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils up by 8 right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
By the way, that Duke-Michigan State game, second half, Duke now regaining the lead in that one, but Richmond right here trying to hold on for their second win of the year. Newcastle basketball following another turnover by the Red Devils, 47 seconds remaining. That's Tabor at the top. Tabor will give it up now to York. They're wasting way too much time. There's no way you'll get it done doing this. Ball squirts loose, picked up inside by Graham, misses the shot. Rebound, put back, no by Mills, but Mills will go to the line. Well, there are two areas of concern going into your game against Logansport. One, again, for the Red Devils is holding on to the basketball. Creech is going to pick up the foul, It was Creech on the foul. It's Mills going to the line, but the one is turnovers in key situations. Number two is back to the rebounding and mental toughness. They can't let leads get away the way they did in this one here tonight and make it a ball game. They got to rebound the basketball, and there were times they just didn't rebound. And I've taken three key parts to this, is they've got to learn how to handle the pressure of a zone trap when it shows up the way it did tonight. They just didn't handle it very well. Both free throws good by Mills. It is back to a two-possession game, though, 31.6. Newcastle bringing in Hackbarth. Red Devils inbounding. They have timeouts to use. Woolridge will get it back to Wright. And Wright will be fouled by Hackbarth. Well, I tell you what, Steele, you look at the two buckets by Woolridge here in the fourth quarter, the bucket by Wright. That gave the Red Devils a little bit of breathing room. It is double bonus time now for the Red Devils, as Wright will be in for two, and the first one is missed. And that might be another area, close games, you need to hit those free throws. Couple of changes again for the Trojans. Mills is in. Graham back in. Well, you hit this one. Your lead is at 7 with 27.5, but missing it. Woolridge with a big rebound for the Red Devils. And Richmond quickly gets a timeout. How about Woolridge? Couple of big buckets and a huge rebound right there on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond on top by 6.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU, focused on you.
Well, you can't say enough. I think when you talk about a team win tonight, everybody at some point or another making a contribution if the Red Devils eventually come out with a win. Either the play by Hurley, Lauderdale hit a couple of big threes tonight. Creech had a good overall game factor, best so far, as Richmond will call another timeout. And then you look at Wright. She has played well. Allen played well tonight. It will be a full timeout. So while they take a full timeout, we'll take perhaps one last break right here as we get set to work this one down the stretch. Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard lead this one by 6. A reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. I grill while you chill. Catering for all events or occasions. Personal chef and traveling barbecue service. Carry out and delivery available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. There you see the Red Devils gathering together after the timeout. 24.1 to go, and it'll be Wright inbounding. Richmond really big in their front line right now, as they only have really 2 ball handlers, Lauderdale as well as Hurley. The foul will be called against Semler, I believe. And that'll put Lauderdale at the line. Lauderdale a chance to get into double figures as well. It would be 3 players in double figures if Lauderdale can hit both of these. Free throws on the way and good. Lauderdale missed 2 free throws earlier. So now everybody off the line with the 7-point lead. It's pretty much over now, and this one is good. So the Red Devils are going to win this one here tonight as Lauderdale hits both free throws. 20 seconds remaining, and Tabor's going to fire the 3 and get it. But no timeouts remaining for the Trojans. And we've got a foul call. York will pick up the foul. That'll be the 4th, I believe, now on York. And we'll go to the line here as Hurley. Hurley's there for 2. Just 11.4 seconds remaining. And back to, again, a 2-possession lead with not enough time here for the Trojans. Second one is on the way. It is good as well. So Richmond hits some big free throws down the stretch. No fouls here, and Tabor's going to fire and miss, and that's going to do it. But a foul on the rebound by Mills, and this one is in the books. So Richmond is going to win this one tonight. They avenge a loss last year in which they lose at Newcastle 53-34 in a game the Red Devils didn't play well at all. A couple of changes now for the Red Devils as Shyla Gibson is in the lineup. There's another player coming in. They list her at 34, but it's not Gibson. Here's the free throw by Woolridge. Second free throw is up and good as well, and the Red Devils have a 56-47 lead, and this one is over. Tabor at the buzzer gets it. They will count it for Tabor, but that's your final. As the Red Devils win it here tonight on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 56-50. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Well, there you see the final 56-50. Richmond now 2-2 on the year. Newcastle falling to 1-4. Here's the scoring. Tabor unofficially with 21, 13 by Mills, 7 points by Hackbarth, 4 points by Huckabee, and Semler finished with 2. Red Devils, good balanced scoring tonight. They were led by Hurley with 14, 12 points by Creech, 10 by Lauderdale, 8 by Woolridge, 8 by Wright, and 4 points by Allen. Red Devils turned the ball over tonight 23 times. Then they forced Newcastle also into 23 turnovers. Richmond let Newcastle get back into the ball game in that third quarter, but again, Coach talked about the mental toughness, and it certainly did pay off, at least in the, I'd say, halfway through the fourth quarter when things started getting really dicey. Red Devils able to come up with a couple of big buckets by Woolridge. Wright got another big bucket there, and it was another rebound by Woolridge late in the ball game that kind of sealed the victory for the Red Devils. They will be back in action, speaking of Richmond, coming up on Saturday. It'll be against Logansport. They'll make that long road trip to Richmond, which we always love. When they get to come here, we don't go there. And we'll be on the air 7:15 with a tip-off at around 7:30. Final score here at the Tiernan Center on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 56, Newcastle 50. Thanks for being with us. This has been Richmond Girls Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.